Good evening with your CIGTV news update. I'm Simon Boxall, standing in for Donna Bush. In this evening's top story, the Legislative Assembly plans to wrap up debate on the throne speech tonight. Ministers Tara Rivers and Osborne Bodden were among those making statements in the LA today as MLAs brought their throne speech contributions to a close. Final remarks on the budget are expected from Finance Minister Marco Archer. The Premier, Honourable Alden McLaughlin, will also revisit government's strategic policy statement. Tomorrow, the 2014-2015 budget heads to Finance Committee, where MLAs will question government. Tomorrow, the 2014-2015 budget heads to Finance Committee, where MLAs will question government entities on their proposed allocations for the coming financial year. Those proceedings will air live on CIGTV, on Westar Channel 20, and Logic Channel 23. In health news, Minister Osborne Bodden attended the opening of an HIV/AIDS workshop this morning. The workshop brought together medical professionals, policymakers and private stakeholders to discuss a way forward on HIV and AIDS. Topics included the epidemiology of the disease in the Cayman Islands, as well as care and treatment of patients. Strategy, policy and legislation covering the illness were also topics of discussion. In particular, officials reviewed policies that focus on reducing HIV vulnerability in the Cayman Islands and which emphasized a rights-based approach in matters relating to the disease. Today, we end with a visit to John Gray High School, where we spoke to some students whose achievements have recently been making headlines. Over the current academic year, John Gray students have made their talents felt in a wide range of disciplines. These include the arts and sciences, but also in sports. To recognize young people's achievements, the school has launched a campaign to promote awareness of its many successes to students, but also within the community.
So I came up with the idea to launch a I Am John Gray campaign. And what it pretty much does is just to identify the regular John Gray student who has achieved something in the community, be it in the area of sports, whether it's cricket, it's football, it's track and field, it's arts. We have a student population that is multi-talented. There isn't an area that the students are not engaged in.
This year, John Gray also won the recent National Drug Poster Competition. Last month, the school was successful in quite a different academic sphere when it took a double first in the Rotary Science Fair. Year 10 student Kashi Ann Barkley was first in the Earth Science Division. Meanwhile, Chantal Hilton, who is in Year 9, talked to us about her project, which took first place in food and health. We asked her to tell us more about the premise behind her work.
My project was entitled Water Tales, and I chose to do this project because people think that drinking water is automatically healthy, but as shown by my results, that's not always the case. In this project, I tested for water hardness, the mineral levels in water. I tested for acidity and alkalinity, and I tested the pH of the water against a can of Sprite, and it was just 4 pH away. So depending on your diet, water can actually be bad for you.
Chantal also received a first place award in last year's science fair. Of course, in addition to the visual arts and sciences, John Gray students compete in a wide range of endeavors and can be frequently found amongst top performers at sporting events like CONCACAF and CARIFTA. Principal Lenneth Monteith is extremely proud of her students.
At John Gray, we pride ourselves not just on preparing our students in the academics, but on giving them those experiences outside school that will build their knowledge and their outside experiences. So building a total student. So this morning you will speak to some students who entered art competitions, you'll speak to some students who entered science competitions, and basically it's about telling our community what is John Gray. We're extremely proud of our students, and oftentimes it's easy to focus on the negative rather than the positive. And this is a beginning to showing our Caymanian community what John Gray is about and what we have to offer. We have some very creative students, some very talented students, and we would like to celebrate with them all of their creativity and all of their successes.
Like Miss Monteith, the Cayman Islands is also proud of John Gray's many accomplishments. With the National Children's Festival Awards presentation set for later this month, the school is likely to feature among those receiving medals. You can find out which schools fare best by watching CIGTV. We're set to cover both the Young Musician of the Year competition, tomorrow night that is, and the final showcase which takes place on Friday. As always, reminding you to tune in to Radio Cayman's Talk Today show, weekdays at 12:15 with host Sterling Dwayne Ebanks. And don't forget, you can watch CIGTV News update broadcasts throughout the night or on our Facebook and YouTube pages. And that ends another update here on CIGTV. As always, I'm Simon Boxall. Good night and thanks for watching.